Welcome back, Officers of the Republic. Is your Coruscant Underworld Police Chief APGAINS here. Quick little video, just throwing this out there. I'm not a big puzzle guy myself in terms of the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes community. Well, puzzles in general. I'm not currently at the brain capacity to be a puzzle solver myself. Although I do love solving a quick witness puzzle or two over on a Crumb stream. But this video is mostly for the SWGOH Events Discord server, since you guys love to crack the puzzles. And Crumb shared insights into how he makes these puzzles, so hopefully this helps you guys, have some more fun, appreciate the hard work that Crumb puts into these puzzles, and maybe helps you solve them a little bit better. Being able to step inside the mind of the master, if you will, study it, become one with Crumb's big brain puzzle strategy building. I'm just saying words at this point. Enjoy it, guys. Thanks for watching.
But start by sketching out where are we trying to get to. It's all about the hit reveal for Hunter for that one, and then we had the sort of other smaller ones to get through the rest of them. We had some of my other ideas that didn't quite make it through here, but work your way back from there. Okay, if it's got to get to the kit reveal, it's got to be a link that says this. So I built out the link beforehand, used the code that was already in there. Then it's like, okay, well, if the thing that it goes before it has to form into a link or something like this, like forums.goh.242947. Then okay, well then how do I make that happen? Well, it's like if I do a 7-segment display that shows hex characters, I can definitely do all of these. And you can do capitals and stuff in hex and things like that. And so I was able to set that up for the Uno or the Arduino part. And then it's like, okay, so I want to get to a Dropbox file. So, okay, well then what I need to do that is I need to have some sort of string here that I can convert, and maybe I use a bit.ly link to shorten it so that you can then find that inside the audio code. You can see down here all the different kind of steps it's supposed to go for. Use the Bow4 Cyper. I put the Bow4 wind scale in there for a hint so you can see that. All that fun stuff. And said then the TIE Fighter manual thing and all that. I was looking through all the different games that had manuals in it. And he said the cool thing about Miro is you can kind of zoom in and all the way out. So you can see this was the work in progress I had going. And so the Bowforce wind scale, trying to make that make that actually appear inside the in the audio was a little bit of a challenge. One thing I don't think people realized, because I feel like they skipped this step, was the Piet image itself. When you click on this image, it looks kind of weird, but the reason it's like that is because it's actually messing with how computers deal with brightness, essentially, gamma. And if you look at that same image on a bunch of different machines, or if you look at it on Discord, this appears to be a separate thing, right? When you look at it in Discord, it actually appears to be this image because of how Discord uses brightness and extreme values of gamma. So I put in some very not normal numbers for gamma so that this would show up properly. But it got kind of glossed over pretty quick. Yeah, and then they do the Piet code stuff and move along. So yeah, I use Miro all the time to make this work, because yeah, there's a lot of steps to it, and kind of just making sure you can, okay, the forum posts, copy the image with noise in it, view the copy, reveals the Piet code, you run the code, you get the image, you kind of go through each of the major steps in green here and kind of the different pieces it needs to put it all together. So anyways, yeah, that's how I assemble a lot of these, is going kind of step by step. And so this whole thing took me, several months to put together, and then people solve it within, 8 hours or 6 hours. So was this something CG always used, or was this something new since working from home? Miro is something I've used for a long time. We use it a lot more now that we're working from home, because it's great because you can collaborate with a bunch of people in the same document here, all live. So you can kind of get 5 people into a room per se, and then all kind of scribble on this whiteboard simultaneously, writing stuff down. You can draw stuff, you can do all that pretty quickly. Whose idea was to bring the Bad Batch to the game? That was definitely a combination of a lot of people. I think the team is very focused on like what the next kind of era is, and then brainstorming around the characters that would make sense to go in there. So, there's not necessarily one dev who gets to choose stuff, but oftentimes certain designers and stuff get like passionate about adding something, and so they're gonna beat that drum every chance they get, to try and make sure that someone, we finally get an opportunity to make that. Like CG Miller was talking in the interview with Cubs earlier this week, where it was all about the executor for him. He'd wanted to put the executor in the game for a long, long time. Yeah, Hondo drum. That's the one I'm beating all the time, man. I would love to get Hondo in the game. I think there's some opposition to that from other people on the team, who aren't as quite as big Hondo fans as me, but maybe one day. So yeah, I think so. I'm working on a new puzzle. I think it'll be pretty cool. I'm pretty stoked to see what the reaction is to this next one, because I think it's going to be a real surprise. So yeah, we'll see. I don't want to give away too much of that. What is Miller's position at CG? He is the senior game designer. He oversees a lot of the designers, but actually all the designers for the live side of things. So anyone's making characters or things like that, or authoring like new events, he is overseeing that, and of course he also does stuff himself. Yeah, if Hondo shows up at the Kenobi show, that would be a great opportunity. Every time we see a character show up in a show, we we start talking about it, or we know that's coming. We get some like early looks at what's happening in Star Wars, and not everyone on the team gets the preview for it, but a lot of people get some hints about how to make stuff. There's been some hard ones to do, and we haven't had as much information, and there's been other times we've gotten a lot of information. So, it's a cool thing. Oh man, I was in a meeting the other day, and they're like, "Oh, what if this this character doesn't work out?" I was like, "Just put Salacious Crumb in the game. Anti-droid synergy, you're done. Easy money."
All right, guys. Hopefully that helps in some way. Even I learned a little bit about how the process of creating these puzzles works, and of course, it's a staple. It's a fan favorite. We all love when they come around because they bring some excitement into our lives. I will admit I have tried my hand at cracking the code a couple of times. Not too successful because I don't have the knowledge, the skills, and all that stuff in order to get the job done. But nevertheless, hopefully this helps. As always, we're trying to get 10,000 subscribers by Halloween. I'll do a Slave Leia cosplay live stream on Halloween if we can get to that 10,000 subscriber mark. If you guys want to support the channel, it's a great way to do it. If not, no big deal. As always, I love you guys, and I should have Crumb on a video for an interview. Maybe that'll be a live stream. Maybe that'll be just a normal video. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, I'll see you guys later.